Today we are going to study Standard 7, Chapter number 9, Heat. My dear student, we are not only going to study heat, but we will also study temperature. Heat and temperature are closely related to each another. My dear student, we will study heat by observing some pictures which are given in our textbook. My dear student, let's study the first picture which is given in our textbook. My dear student, in this picture you will see a milk is kept for boiling and a pressure cooker is kept on the gas. My dear student, when the heat is continuously supplied to the milk, then the amount of heat present in the milk will increase. And if the amount of heat present in the milk will increase, then the temperature of the milk will increase. And after some time, you will see that the milk will come up and sometimes it can overflow also. So my dear student, from this activity we learn that when a heat is continuously supplied to a substance, then the amount of heat present in the substance increases, and as the amount of heat present in the substance increases, then the temperature of the substance also increases. We can draw a conclusion from this activity that the substance absorbs the heat supplied to it. Now my dear student, if we allow the same milk to cool down, what will happen? The milk will get cool. When the milk will get cool, then the temperature of the milk will also reduce. This is because the heat is liberated by the hot milk in the surrounding. We can draw a conclusion that when the milk cools down, the amount of heat present in the milk is reduced. It is given out in the surrounding. And when the amount of heat present in the milk is given out in the surrounding, then the temperature of the milk will also come down. In the same picture, my dear student, you will also observe a pressure cooker kept on the gas. Naturally, when the heat is completely supplied to the pressure cooker, then the amount of heat present in the pressure cooker will increase. The temperature of the pressure cooker will also increase, and you will hear the whistle blowing. From this activity, my dear student, we can learn that heat is absorbed by the body. When the heat is absorbed by the body, the temperature of the body will increase. In the same way, heat is also liberated by the body or given out. When the heat is given out, then the temperature of the body decreases. My dear student, now we will consider another picture which is given in our book. In this picture, you will see a person is having fever. When the amount of heat in the body of a normal person increases, then we can say that the temperature of the body of a person increases. And when the temperature of the body of a normal person increases, we can say that the person is having fever. My dear student, how will we come to know whether the person is sick and having fever? We will measure the body temperature. And you all know that we use thermometer to measure the body temperature. So what is temperature? The temperature is the measure of heat present in the body. It can be also said that the quantitative measure of heat present in the body is called as temperature. The intensity of the heat present in the body can also be said to be temperature. My dear student, if we take the temperature of a normal person and if we take the temperature of a person who is having fever, you will find that there will be difference in their body temperature. So different body will acquire different temperature. The surrounding temperature, if we take, will also be different. My dear student, now we will consider the third picture which is given in our book. This picture is about a glass, and in this glass ice cubes are kept. My dear student, now here if we consider the temperature of ice cube, you know that it will be low and the surrounding temperature will definitely be high. So if a glass with the ice cube is kept in the surrounding air, what will happen? The temperature of the moisture present in the air will reduce. It means that the moisture present in the air will cool down. When it cool down, what happens? The moisture get converted into water droplets, and these water droplets we can see on the outer surface of a glass in which the ice cubes are kept. So my dear student, there is flow of heat in this example, and as there is flow of heat in this example, we can say that heat can move from one place to another place, and the moment of or the flow of heat from one place to another place is called as transfer of heat. Now my dear student, we will consider the next example. Now my dear student, these are the winter days, and you know that the temperature in the surrounding in the winter days is low. Here some persons are sitting around a bonfire. There is a large difference between their body temperature and the surrounding temperature. Now these people are sitting near the bonfire to get the heat to cope up the severe cold. In the same way, in the next example, during the summer days, you have seen animals such as buffalo sitting into water. In summer, again there is a difference between the body temperature of the animals and the surrounding. The surrounding temperature is hot, and in order to cope with the hot temperature, buffalo sits into the water to maintain the body temperature. From all these examples, my dear student, we learn that when heat is given to a substance, the substance acquires the heat. When the substance acquires the heat, the temperature increases. When the substance liberates the heat, or when the heat is given out of the substance, then the amount of heat present in the substance decreases, and therefore the temperature in the substance decreases. Heat can flow from one part to another part, and this is called as transfer of heat. My dear student, from all this brainstorming, we will draw some conclusion regarding heat. Heat. What is heat? The amount of energy present in the body is called as heat. Heat is the amount of energy present in the body. Heat is also called as a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy. The measure of heat present in the body is called as temperature. My dear student, the amount of heat present in the body, the quantitative measure of heat present in the body, the intensity of heat present in the body is called as temperature. The temperature of the body is measured by thermometer. We all know, my dear student, if you want to measure the temperature of a body, we take the use of thermometer. Now heat can flow. When the heat flows from one part to another part, then we can say it is a transfer of heat. Heat always flow from the hot object to cold object. Heat always flow from hot object to cold object. The flow of heat from one place to another place is called as transfer of heat. That's all, student. This was some basic information regarding heat. Thank you.